All right, today we are doing hurricanes, the science behind killer storms, pages 219 to 223. So in your Google Classroom, you'll find Hurricanes Quiz 1. Open it up and click the Google form. This is your Google form. You need to read Hurricanes, the science behind the killer storms. You should have read pages 219, 220, 221, 222, and 223. You should have read this before you start this quiz. If you have not, pause this video, go back and read it. Okay, so if you're ready, let's start this quiz. I'm going to zoom in real quick so that we can see it better. Hurricanes Quiz 1, pages 219 to 223. It says each question has 3 reasonable answer choices. 1 will be correct, and 2 will be plausible but incorrect. First, make sure you record your email so you can get a grade. Number 1 is on page 220, paragraph 1, and the question is, where do hurricanes usually form? Paragraph 1 says, you will not hear about hurricane disasters in Kansas or the Sahara Desert. Hurricanes not only need heat to form, but they also need moisture, lots of it. The warm ocean waters of the tropics are perfect for the birth of a hurricane. So where do hurricanes usually form? A, over warm ocean water in the tropics. B, over dry deserts like the Sahara. C, over cold Arctic seas. Number 2 is also on page 220. Now we're on paragraph 2. The question says, what do meteorologists call a storm that spins around a center of low pressure? Paragraph 2 says, meteorologists, weather scientists, use the term tropical cyclone to describe any storm over the tropical ocean that spins in a circle around a center of low pressure. Tropical cyclones are also known by different names depending on where they form. If these storms develop in the North Atlantic Ocean or the northeastern Pacific Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico, or the Caribbean Sea, they are called hurricanes. So the question was, what do meteorologists call a storm that spins around a center of low pressure? A, tornado. B, tropical cyclone. C, thunderstorm. Number 3. It's also on page 220. It's in paragraph 3. The question is, what are hurricanes called when they form near Japan and the Philippines? Paragraph 3 says, in the northwestern Pacific Ocean near Japan and the Philippines, hurricanes are known as typhoons. Near Australia and India Ocean, they are called cyclones. The question was, what are hurricanes called when they are formed near Japan and the Philippines? A, twisters. B, typhoons. C, monsoons. Number 4, also on page 220. This is in paragraph 4 and 5. The question is, what is the first stage in a hurricane's life cycle? A hurricane's life cycle. Paragraph 4. A hurricane goes through a series of 4 stages as it grows: tropical disturbance, tropical depression, tropical storm, and hurricane. Not all storms reach the higher stages. Tropical disturbance. Tropical disturbances form over warm tropical oceans with water surfaces temperatures at least 80 degrees Fahrenheit. The question was, what is the first stage in a hurricane's lifestyle? A, tropical storm. B, tropical disturbance. C, tropical depression. Number 5. This one is on page 221. Let's turn to page 221. This is page 221. It says, top paragraph and vocabulary box. Top paragraph, vocabulary box. The question is, what does the word surge mean in the text? High waves crashed ashore in Shizuoka, Japan on September 6, 2007 as Typhoon Fitzo advanced towards Japan's main island of Honshu. These waves were part of Fitzo's storm surge. The vocabulary box says surge. A surge is a sudden and powerful movement forward or upward. The question was, what does the word surge mean in the text? Is it a gentle wave? B, a sudden and powerful movement forward or upward? C, a steady drop in pressure. Number 6 is on page 222. Let's turn to page 222. It says it's on paragraph 7. The question is, at what wind speed does a tropical storm become a hurricane? Paragraph 7. Tropical storm. The storm continues to grow stronger and the winds blow faster. The strong winds draw up more heat and water vapor from the ocean surface, feeding the storm. Some of the water vapor condenses, producing heavy rain. Thunderstorms release heat, giving the storm even more power. Viewed from an airplane flying above the storm, the clouds have a distinct circular shape. If the wind reaches 74 miles an hour, the storm has reached the last stage, a hurricane. The question was, at what wind speed does a tropical storm become a hurricane? A, 38 miles an hour. B, 74 miles an hour. C, 100 miles an hour. Number 7, also on page 220. This is in paragraph 8. The question is, what is a calm area at the center of a hurricane called? Paragraph 8 says, hurricane. The swirling winds of a hurricane surround the eye, an area of warm low pressure at the center. This is a calm area that may be from 6 to 40 miles across. The question was, what is the calm area at the center of a hurricane called? The wall cloud, the eye, the rain band. Number 8 is also on page 220. This is in paragraph 11 and the vocabulary box. Paragraph 11, vocabulary box. The question is, what does the word eventually mean as used in the text? As it develops, a hurricane moves across the ocean. It usually travels northwest at speeds of 10 to 20 miles per hour. It may eventually reach a coast and move inland. As soon as the hurricane passes over land, however, its wind speed drops. Vocabulary box. Eventually. To state that something will happen eventually means that it will happen at some time, usually after a series of other events. The question was, what does the word eventually mean as used in the text? A, right away. B, never. C, at some time after other events. Number 9 on page 223. This is page 223. It says, first paragraph, why do hurricanes swirl around in a circle? This is your paragraph. Why do hurricanes swirl around in a circle? The question is, what causes hurricanes to swirl in a circle instead of moving straight? Winds start blowing in a straight direction, but they curve because the Earth moves as it spins on its axis. This is known as the Coriolis effect. The faster the wind blows, the more they curve. In a hurricane, winds blow so fast they form spirals. In the northern hemisphere, the winds in a hurricane blow counterclockwise. In the southern hemisphere, they move clockwise. The question is, what causes hurricanes to swirl in a circle instead of moving straight? The Coriolis effect, ocean tides, or rising hot air? Number 10, final one. It's also on page 223. It says, first paragraph, why do hurricanes swirl around in a circle? The question is, what direction do hurricane winds blow in the northern hemisphere? In the northern hemisphere, the winds in a hurricane blow counterclockwise. In the southern hemisphere, they move clockwise. The question was, in what direction do hurricane winds blow in the northern hemisphere? Clockwise, counterclockwise, or straight north? Make sure you hit submit. Good luck!